Hey guys, this is Insandy or Chris here, and welcome to another video on my channel. And in today's video, I want to be talking about why I genuinely and truly do, in my opinion, that Shadows of Evil is the best map ever created. Now, before we get into this video, I want to make sure that if you are new to this channel, please be sure to drop the a like on the video and also hit that sub button. It means a lot. And on top of that, also hit that notification bell, because YouTube's a little broken. A lot of times you won't see my videos in sub boxes, so if you have notifications on, it can assure you that you will. Now, coming in at our number 5 reason that I believe Shadows of Evil is the best map of all time, we got the innovation, which I think was already kind of seen coming, because Shadows of Evil in Chronicles is their best map, and we kind of already have figured that out just by how much time they put into Shadows of Evil. Hell, there's so much shit that we still haven't figured out. And in Shadows of Evil, the Easter egg, I mean, it's good, you know, but I think what's even better is all the shit that, like, we haven't figured out with, like, ciphers and shit. And on top of that, you just got so much to do, like the Civil Protector, you got the swords, you got the rocket shield. I mean, the rocket shield's pretty bad. I mean, you got the pods, which is kind of like the dig sites, but it's a little different. And you just got so much to do. And obviously beast mode, it's a little different from Afterlife, and I think it's a little more complex, and I think that was a very innovative thing. And alone has honestly made me love the map, just all the innovation and shit in it. And that is really why I think this is a number 5 reason on our, 5 reasons why. I mean, they're not really in order, but I'm just kind of naming them. And on top of also all that stuff, we got rituals. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like them, but I don't mind them. And I think they were a awesome addition to the map. And at our number 4 spot, like I said, just remember, not really in order. In my opinion, I would say the Margwa is another big thing, and this kind of goes under the category of a perfected mid-round boss. And if you don't really know what a mid-round boss is, basically it's just something that spawns in like every couple rounds. Like it'll spawn on like round 8, 11, whatever, and it'll spawn in every couple rounds and kind of chase you around until you kill it or do something else to it. And the Margwa it's a little different. See, it has health, but you can't just kill it by shooting the body. You can shoot 3 billion thunder gun shots right at its back or body. It's not going to do anything to it. The only things that actually it takes damage to are its heads, as 3 heads, and that makes it something that's not just an instant easy kill with like a thunder gun or a Apothicon Servant like on Revelations. It makes it something where you actually have to use a regular gun when we're talking about Shadows of Evil here, and I really do think it makes a challenge, but it's not something stupidly hard. And you know, it has this huge swipe down attack, which can one hit you without jug, and red screen you with jug, and has just the normal swipe attack. And you know, with this boss, it also has just these little flyer things. You guys know the little flying zombie things that come out of it, and those things are meant as a distraction. And you know, that just proves right there that like the trailer knew what they were doing, and they wanted this Margwa to be something that is a major breakdown, because it makes you want to switch your training spot. I think it's a great addition to the map, and I think it really does add challenge, and I think it's also good just for, you know, some of the newbie players to get a little better at zombies. And now, a third reason is the introduction of the specialist weapons. So in Shadows of Evil, it was the swords, and although this might not seem that big, now looking back on it, like the specialist weapons were something that were so almost revolutionary, because specialist weapons are used in almost everyday strategies, and everyone wants these specialist weapons, and I love making them. I love using them, like the Ragnaroks, the swords, the gauntlet, and I think those were an incredible addition to it. And like I said, it's kind of like, you kind of see a reoccurring theme that Shadows of Evil is like almost like it's a really perfect kickstart to Black Ops 3 Zombies, introducing so many things that in my opinion were just perfected. And the specialist weapons are a great thing. Yeah, some of them kind of suck, but the sword in my opinion is a great one, and it really does assist you in your game. But at the same time, it does take a little bit out of your game and a little more time to get, and I think once you get them, it's well deserved. Now, coming in at our number 2 spot, we got the fact that what this map did, although yes, it's not beginner friendly, it can really turn a beginner zombies player into an expert. And you might think, oh, that's a horrible reason, you know. Rituals, beast mode, that's so hard to do. But hear me out here. Once you learn those, you can be a someone who can perfect setting up, because setting up really is tough, and I would say this is one of the toughest maps for someone like a beginner to do without, multiple and consecutive sessions and hours of practicing this. And I think after seeing this example from my friend who, never used to play zombies, he didn't really like shadows, and I told him, it takes a lot of time, and once he got that setup down, he agrees with me that he loves that map, and he has a lot of nostalgia for the map, just as I do. And, once you knock down that setup, you're going to be golden, and it really has taught me to be a better zombies player, just setup-wise. Now, finally, for my last point, why I do believe Shadows Evil is the best, and I mean best map ever created. It is the Gobblegums are not that necessary to set up. Now, yes, a perkaholic, yeah, it'll help you. A shopping free, it'll kind of help you. Immolation, it'll help you. But here's the thing. Shadows of Evil knows that, the developers knew this, They knew that you need a lot of points to set up here, and they did it perfect. The Margwa every 2 rituals is perfect. This can just help you set up with no need for a shopping free. Perkaholic is really not necessary. You can buy Widow's Wine, and you're just so many, and that's honestly one of my favorite things, is that whenever I run and play Shadows Evil, I don't feel the need and pressure to use Perkaholic if I'm going around 100 or whatever, because you got the Apothecon, which, is a buildable you don't have to hit the box for. Immolation, you can use that, but those are not really rare. And things like shopping free, like I said, they're just not necessary. You don't need them. You get a lot of points anyways from rituals and a mix of Margwas, and I think that is easily one of my favorite points and why I do still love playing this map, because I don't have to use my ultra rare megas, and I honestly think it's just one of my favorite maps of all time. And from what you've heard so far, I hope I persuaded you to say this, but I do think this is the best map.